Good morning. I like sorrel drink, and so every year during the Christmas season, I buy several pounds of sorrel, and then on Christmas Eve night, I am in the kitchen boiling and mixing my sorrel, which I then give away to friends and family, bottles and bottles of sorrel. But I've always wanted to be able to grow my own sorrel, and I've tried on several occasions. Unfortunately, every time I planted sorrel, the iguanas in the neighborhood came and ate all the leaves, and so the plant dies. But this year, luck, good fortune, God smiled on me, and I have been able to grow my own sorrel. I did not plant very much because it was an experiment and I've never been able to get it to grow before. But this is what I ended up with this year. It's the first time, so I didn't know what to expect. But this morning, I decided to come and clean around the plants because I had seen some petals appearing and they were very small. Well, I've now seen that the petals have fully developed and it's time to reap. I have to do that today because what's happening is that the weight of the petals is now so much that I'm noticing that some of the branches are not just bending under the weight, they're actually breaking under the weight of the petals. So later today, I'm going to pick the sorrel petals and then sit and do it the traditional way of cleaning. I'll probably do it during the World Cup football match. So I'll be cleaning sorrel and watching World Cup football. I have a few other plants here. Apart from sorrel, as you see, it's going all over. I have some, I call it melangen. Some people call it baigan. Others call it eggplant. They haven't started bearing as yet, but I'm still hopeful. Along with some bhaji, some of you would call it spinach, some more of the eggplant. But the key focus at this time is the sorrel, which I am going to pick. It's going to be my first time ever picking sorrel. And I've been told make sure and have a sharp knife to be able to cut them off. We really have some really nice, and it's the, well, not the, what we would call the purple ones. Seems to have gotten like a crossbreed. It's red, but the darker red. When I pick, I'll bring the camera out and show you what the picking is like, and then a bit later I'll show you what the cleaning of the sorrel, the traditional way of preparing the sorrel. And then Christmas Eve, if the family and friends allow me, because I always have family and friends over on Christmas Eve night. If they allow me, I will do a video of the Christmas Eve action at my house and the preparation of the sorrel drink. Okay, so here goes my first picking. Let's see. Oops. Oh, see why this is a sharp knife. Not so easy. Well, actually not that difficult. Just cutting at the base. Don't do that one so good. Oops. Well, I'll come back in a little while after I finish and show you how much I got in total. Although they told me to use a sharp knife, that was proving to be somewhat frustrating. So I went and got a pair of clippers, and that's certainly a lot easier to use to cut these sorrel petals off. A lot easier. So I'm going to use the clippers for the remainder of the picking. That's not easy. They're still small ones, so I'm only picking the large ones, leaving the smaller ones to get bigger. So I'll have more than one picking of sorrel. Well, this is today's haul. I've got maybe a pound and a half. When I go inside, I'll look and see if I have a scale and try to weigh it and see how much I actually ended up with. I've not picked all. I've left the little ones still on the tree. So in a week's time, I will come back. Hopefully these would have gotten bigger. And then I'll pick some more. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up with 4 pounds or more. Wishful thinking, but you never know. And at the end of the season, I won't cut the sorrel tree down. The dry parts, I'll cut it back, because I've realized from seeing other places where people have sorrel planted in their yard that the tree gets bigger and bigger. So I'll cut it back and hopefully be able to pick sorrel from these trees again next year. And after these melangen eggplant have borne fruit, I'll come and plant more sorrel plants in this area. Okay. Hi, welcome back. This morning I picked the sorrel, and I had estimated somewhere between 1 and 1.5 pounds as being the amount that I had gathered. Well, I went inside afterwards and I weighed it, and it was actually 1.25 pounds of sorrel. So now we come to the next part of the process, cleaning the sorrel, or basically removing the seeds from the sorrel pod. That's the next part of what's required, where we remove the seed and we're left with just the petals from the sorrel. So I'm going to spend a little while this afternoon going through that task. I had called this video making sorrel, or making sorrel drink the old-fashioned way. And part I've called it the old-fashioned way because traditionally sorrel was something that was grown in your yard at home. And that's what I have attempted to do this year, to grow my own sorrel. But also, I'm calling it the old-fashioned way because I understand now that there's some people who don't remove the seeds, who simply get the sorrel pod and just throw the entire thing in the pot of boiling water. That's not the way that I like to do things. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way and removing the seeds. And I'll keep a few of the seeds for planting purposes. I'm told that in parts of Africa, while they remove the seeds, they keep the seeds and they actually grind them and make, I'm not sure if it's a flour or something that comes out like cornmeal, but basically the ground seeds, they make a product out of it and they eat it. I'm not sure if I'm that adventuresome. Actually, I don't know how to do it. But even if I did, I'm not sure if I'm adventuresome enough. So I'll just stick to removing the seeds, keeping some for planting, and storing the petals for making my sorrel drink on Christmas Eve night. So this is going to take me a little while. Don't mind. It's a nice evening. I'm having what some people will call the Christmas breeze. Nice breezes blowing across my porch. It's not raining today. Hooray, hooray. So I don't mind spending a little while this afternoon cleaning this sorrel. So I'll get back to you in a while. So you'll see the finished product. So I'll get back to you. For now, I'm going to focus on finishing cleaning the remainder of this sorrel. Okay, I have finished removing all the seeds from the sorrel pods, and now I'm left with this bag. It's a plug bag full of sorrel, which I will put in the deep freeze until Christmas Eve night. But in the meantime, I am able to still enjoy sorrel, because I have sorrel that I made last year and put in the fridge. And once it's kept refrigerated, it'll last. Imagine that, for a whole year. So I have sorrel to drink until I make my fresh batch on Christmas Eve. So folks, cheers to you. I'm going to go back on my porch, sit and enjoy my glass of homemade sorrel. And Christmas Eve night, I will do the video and show you the remaining part of this process. I hope each of you have a nice Christmas and an enjoyable one. See you Christmas Eve night. Love, love.